Prices are high, and they could be going higher. Now on Denver 7 News at 4, a look at how a possible recession could impact your family.
Many office spaces are just sitting empty right now, with the pandemic changing how we work long term. How they could be one possible solution to the lack of affordable housing available nationwide. And severe drought conditions are forcing farmers to harvest their crops nearly a month early. Now, the impact this could have on what we pay at the grocery store.
Up it comes to the line. Colorado has won the Stanley Cup.
And the Avs celebrated their Stanley Cup victory in Tampa last night. Now the Cup is home, and the celebration can begin here in Colorado.
Hey there, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us at 4. I'm Jessica Porter. The Stanley Cup is back where it belongs, right here in Colorado. Just over 2 hours ago, your Colorado Avalanche landed back in our state with Lord Stanley's Cup and still running on adrenaline from last night's amazing 2-1 win over the Tampa Bay Lightning. The celebration out at DIA is small compared to the one that's going to be planned for Thursday. That's when the city of Denver and the whole state of Colorado is throwing a championship parade. The route will take the team and the cup from Union Station down 17th to Broadway to Civic Center Park. Thousands of Avs faithful are expected to cheer on the team along the route. Our Colette Bordelon is downtown where preps are underway for that celebration. And Colette, there is a lot of excitement today here in the Mile High.
Jessica, the city is expecting hundreds of thousands of Avs fans to just pack into the city, all to celebrate that Stanley Cup coming home. It's so many people that the Denver Police Department is actually comparing it to the Denver Broncos Super Bowl 50 win, when about 1 million people filled in for that celebration. Now here's a look at us driving that parade route from Union Station down 17th to Broadway, eventually ending here where I am at Civic Center Park. Obviously, 17th will be closed to traffic. There will also be hard closures at the cross streets, so no driving between 16th and 18th too. That does mean, though, there's going to be a lot of foot traffic coming for businesses in the area, like Tea with Tay at the 16th Street Mall. The locally owned business is one of a handful of pop-ups the city hopes become permanent tenants meant to revitalize the mall. And for those working at Tea by Tay, which opened just days ago, they couldn't have picked a better week.
It's helping bring people back downtown, especially having such a huge win in the sports community. It just helps build the whole downtown community.
Anybody that wants to come out for the parade or rally should really think about heading out there early morning, like maybe 7 o'clock. And that's because it's going to take you extra time to get down there.
7, that might sound a little bit early for Thursday morning, but with the rally starting here at Civic Center Park at 9, that parade starting at 10, getting here at 7 would make sure you get the spot you want. The city has been planning this for weeks now. They didn't want to jinx it, but they always knew the Avs were going to take home that Stanley Cup. They do want to warn you, though, it's going to be shoulder to shoulder out here, so only bring what you really need. The city says that really just includes water, no big bags or chairs. Live in Civic Center Park, Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
Definitely want to plan ahead for this one. Thank you, Colette. And you'll be able to watch the Avs Championship Parade right here on Denver 7 Thursday morning if you can't make it out. We are partnering with Altitude Sports for the most comprehensive coverage of the parade. And of course, if you're going to go to the parade, you're going to need the right gear.
And I got to wake up in the morning, get to Dick's and get some shirts. So yeah, it's always priority. So yeah, we were really excited. We came in from Castle Rock. We got in, checked out all the shirts. Then I had to send my family pictures of the shirts so everybody could pick out what they want. So yeah, it's a big deal.
Fans showed up at the Dick's Sporting Goods store at Park Meadows Mall early this morning. If you want gear by Thursday, you should buy it in person. You may find a bigger selection online, but chances are the items you order won't get here before the parade. Last night's win is another feather in the cap for Colorado's hockey community. Since March, Colorado teams have won 3 national hockey championships. As Russell Haythorne shows us, now Denver is Hockey Town.
Yeah, the Avs Stanley Cup title last night was certainly cause for celebration, but as you may have heard, they're not the only hockey champion in town this year. In fact, Denver could be considered the new Hockey Town USA.
Denver's Hockey Town, I'd say right now. Hockey Town USA.
Denver is Hockey Town USA.
Denver is Hockey Town USA.
The East High Angels won the state championship and then went on to win the high school national championship this past spring. And the University of Denver won the Frozen Four, bringing home the NCAA national championship in April. East High defenseman Zeke Romero says their team this year was special, a cohesive group, much like the Avs.
Great group of guys, and I think just like our group made it, we all came together. No one, like, I've been on teams that fight, always like someone arguing. This one just, everything was smooth. Everyone's always laughing, having a fun time.
And there's even a fourth. The Avs Pee Wee team won the Quebec International Tournament this year, a new crop of talent that could be performing here at Ball Arena for decades to come. I'm Russell Haythorne, Denver 7.
There is a lot of talent here. Thank you, Russell. And let's not forget, just over a week ago, the Colorado Mammoth won the National Lacrosse League Championship. They too call Ball Arena home.
Today, the Supreme Court sided with a former high school football coach who wanted to pray publicly on the field immediately after games. The justices ruled that the coach's prayer was protected by the First Amendment. The decision could strengthen the acceptability of some religious practices in other public school settings. The FDA's panel of vaccine advisors could be recommending updates to COVID booster shots this fall. This would mean that boosters that target different variants of the virus instead of the original strain. The decision is expected after a meeting tomorrow. Pfizer and Moderna have both been studying a new serum that targets Omicron. Thousands of people in the U.S. could be living with HIV and not know it. That's why health experts say getting tested today on National HIV Testing Day is crucial now more than ever. An estimated 37,000 people are diagnosed with HIV in the United States each year. But recent CDC data shows there was a drop during the first year of the pandemic. Health leaders say it is the result of a troubling trend.
What we think we're seeing is that people weren't accessing HIV testing, and so there's fewer diagnoses.
The number of HIV tests performed in the United States dropped by 44% in 2020. New HIV cases also fell by 17%.
We know that some health systems shut their doors completely in the early days of the pandemic in early 2020. Some limited their services to telehealth. And then also people were more hesitant to access in-person care, which is where the majority of HIV testing takes place.
By now, most HIV testing services are back up and running. The CDC recommends that teens and adults get tested at least once in their lifetime. People at higher risk should get tested at least once a year.
Folks who hadn't received tests during the pandemic to go and make sure that they understand their status, if they're HIV negative and could benefit from prevention opportunities, can get directed to those. And if you're HIV positive, you can get directed to care and treatment.
There is currently no cure for HIV, but recent breakthroughs in medicine mean people with HIV can live long and healthy lives. That is why health experts say knowing your status is crucial. Today, Walgreens is partnering with Greater Than AIDS to provide free HIV testing at more than 250 locations across the country. Counselors will also be there to answer any questions you may have. Visit greaterthan.org to find a location near you. Now, as our country looks for new solutions for addressing gun violence, a lack of research may be holding us back.
It's not just the lack of number of.
And a section of forest in Colorado has been shut down. Still ahead, the event that led to this rare decision when Denver 7 News at 4 returns.